In this video, I'm going to be speaking about a method of self-hypnosis that I call the power method. Now, if you have a pencil and paper handy, write this down, P-O-W-E-R, but write it down because it's an acronym. So write it, in kind of P-O-W-E-R in a straight line. Here's what each thing stands for. And the first is be in the present moment. P is for the present moment. Again, it's easy to integrate mindfulness and hypnosis. And being in the present moment, a strategy for mindfulness, is an effective tool for self-induction into a hypnotic resource state. The second letter, O, stands for open mind. In this power technique, we're going to be in the present moment, and we're going to open our mind by accessing the creative, intuitive, or other resource states that are already within us that can help us to solve really any problem that might be presented. The W stands for written affirmation. I'm a firm believer that affirmations are powerful tools in clinical hypnosis. I have here some, they're not yellow stickies, these are actually purple stickies. But I use these in my own life, and I have clients. It doesn't matter what color they are, these just happen to be purple. But sometimes people say, well, how do I give myself suggestions? One way, and in the power method, is to write out an affirmation on a yellow sticky, or in this case a purple sticky, and just simply stick it in front of you, right there. And so when we bring ourselves to the present moment and open our minds to accessing the resource states of self-hypnosis, I can then focus my attention on the written affirmation, and I can tell myself the suggestions that come from that affirmation. E in power stands for explore. After I spend 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, whatever's comfortable for you, utilizing that affirmation, that written affirmation, then exploring, essentially an NLP ecology check, how we feel about that, what's important about that, what does it mean to us to embrace that affirmation. Then we can move into the last step, the R, which is ratify. And by ratifying the suggestion, the written affirmation that we've, put on that purple sticky, we can take a 3-minute process of self-hypnosis and make it a lasting tool for change work and the power of the subconscious mind. Now, I've just explained to you, P-O-W-E-R, present moment, open mind, written affirmation, explore, and ratify. I'm going to demonstrate that, though, but my friend Jerry has been kind enough to allow me to guide him through this process. And so while I'm guiding Jerry through the process, I'd like you to go through the process yourself. So you might even pause this video for a moment, find an index card, a yellow sticky. If you don't have anything like that, just a plain old piece of paper would be just fine. The back of an envelope, whatever it is that you can write an affirmation down on. And go through this process as I go through it with Jerry, and you'll find that it's beneficial to you. Your homework assignment, of course, then, is to, between now and when you watch the next video, to practice the power method of self-hypnosis. You'll find that when you go through these 5 steps, practicing it on a daily basis, you'll find it easy to guide clients through these steps, and you'll do it with passion because you know that the process works and is an effective tool for teaching clients self-hypnosis. Well, Jerry, I want to thank you for letting me demonstrate this process. The great thing about working with Jerry in this demonstration is that Jerry and I have been friends for many years. But Jerry, you've never experienced hypnosis before, have you?
Never.
And you've never practiced self-hypnosis or mindfulness meditation either?
No, I'm not.
Okay. This is really all new to Jerry. In fact, all you really know about hypnosis is what I just said in the previous 13 minutes. Huh?
Correct.
All right, great. It sounded like a pretty simple process, though, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Very simple.
In your own experiences right now, your own life, are there some stressful events or experiences that you think you could benefit by learning self-hypnosis from?
Sure, absolutely. I'm going through a divorce right now. I'm closing one chapter in my life, trying to go on to the next one, which is very scary. I have a business that we're trying to close out and move on to a new business opportunity that it still is very scary.
Sure. And what's the biggest fear there?
Failure.
Failure? Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I was talking to somebody earlier. I do a lot of sessions with people on Skype, and I was talking to somebody in another part of the country, and they are still working for their old employer, but they haven't taken the next step to start their own business. And it was interesting. What he told me was a fear of failure.
Yeah, what if you fail? It's terrible. It's
Exactly.
devastating.
And even though you've never heard about NLP before, it stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. It's really a fancy word for hypnotic techniques. There's what's called a presupposition that's always talked about. And that presupposition is that there really is no such thing in life as failure. There's only feedback. And that's a pretty incredible reframe of our experiences, isn't it?
True. I can see how you can learn from your mistakes, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
And all of our lives are filled with things that we have executed poorly, or maybe even in retrospect would have done differently.
True.
But we didn't do things differently, did we?
Yeah. Wish I would have.
Right. But that brings us to right where we are. We can't really change the past.
Right.
In fact, it was the great master Oogway who said, you know who the great master Oogway is?
I know who Oogway is.
Yeah, he's the turtle from Kung Fu Panda.
True.
He said, sometimes people don't get who the great master Oogway is. And he said to the panda, Jack Black, yesterday is history. Tomorrow's a mystery. All we have is the present, and that's why it's a gift. So, even though there are things that we might view as mistakes, we really can't change the past.
No.
And our mistakes actually bring us right to where we are. And I got a question for you. Right now, literally in this office, in this chair, in this space, is there anywhere better than you could be right now?
No.
In fact, in this space, in this time, in this chair, even though all the stress is going on, at this very moment, things okay?
Sure.
That's kind of like me being afraid on an airplane. As long as I'm breathing, I'm actually okay. And so you already get it. You already understand the value of being in the now. And that's what mindfulness is all about. And that's the first step in self-hypnosis. It's to bring ourselves to the present moment. And I'm going to guide you through that simple process here in just a moment. But let's talk about reframing the fear of failure. Because you've learned from some of those mistakes, or at least you hope to learn from some of those mistakes, what does that mean for your potential and new opportunities, either new relationships or new business?
Well, hopefully I can go further with my new business opportunity. Hopefully I can, better myself that way and have better opportunities, with this new business than I did with the old.
Okay. Maybe not have some of the limitations that you had with the old business.
True.
Okay. So what that means is that you might get further in the new opportunity than you did in the last opportunity, doesn't it?
There's the plan.
Right.
Yes, that's the plan.
Okay. So a great affirmation for you might be, I can go further in my new opportunity than in my past opportunity. I can go further in my new opportunity than in my past opportunity.
That will work great. Yeah, absolutely.
There's a pen and there's a purple sticky. I don't have any yellow stickies. Write that affirmation down on that purple sticky. Because Jerry was off screen listening in as I was talking about the power method. And so I'm going to guide Jerry into the present moment, help him access his own creativity and intuition. And I've known Jerry for 20 years. He's got a lot of creativity and intuition. And then have him repeat that written affirmation, what he's writing down right now. He's not going to repeat it out loud. He's just going to repeat it in his own mind. And then I'm going to give him an opportunity to explore what that means to him. And you don't even need to talk to me about it. That's the cool thing about hypnosis and the subconscious mind. It really is infinitely wise. We know it's infinitely wise because when you get in your truck to drive over here, you don't think, well, I have to put it into drive. I better go, X number of pounds of pressure on the gas pedal. I better turn the steering wheel 32 degrees. You don't think all that stuff, do you?
It's automatic. You just do it.
It's automatic.
Yeah.
It's your subconscious that's driving the car, because once you learn how to drive a car, you're always able to drive a car. It's like riding a bicycle. They say you never forget.
Right.
That's really the power of the subconscious mind. It is infinitely intelligent. It knows automatically what we need to do. And even though we haven't explored it, this isn't a therapy session, this is you learning self-hypnosis, there's probably some great wisdom in your previous experiences that can guide you into these new experiences.
I believe so, yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then the last part, or the last letter of the acronym is, of course, R. Ratify these experiences with the client. And so let me guide you through the process. It's, again, a simple process, and one that when we're done here, everybody who's viewing this video should be practicing on their own. But it's something that you can actually kind of take with you today.
Okay.
And use in your own life over the next week or so. You know, I've found that when we do something like this that we learn each and every day for 7 to 14 days, it becomes a new habit. And then you don't necessarily need to even set aside a time to practice this, because this is a process you'll be going through in your daily life as you encounter new scenarios, new opportunities, and new situations. So, in other words, I know you didn't know this when you were coming over, but you're not just learning self-hypnosis, you're actually becoming hypnotic. Wow.
Wow.
Pretty cool. Huh?
Pretty cool.
Right. Well, all right, Jerry, what I often do to help people practice being present in the moment is simply have them close their eyes and breathe in and breathe out. So as you sit in the chair, breathe in, breathe out. This isn't a yoga class. You don't have to speed up or slow down your breath. Just breathe. And when you're breathing, pay attention to the breath. Kind of observe the breath. Notice what it feels like to breathe the air in, what it feels like to breathe the air out. You might even notice, does the air go in my nostrils or does it go in my mouth? And notice when you breathe the air in, how far down in the lungs the air travels. And you might even notice there's a point when that inhale, kind of like a swimmer at the end of the pool, becomes an exhale and you release that breath. And just study the breath. Bring all of your attention to the breath, because the breath marks the present moment. Yesterday's history, the breaths we breathed before are long gone. Tomorrow's a mystery. We haven't breathed those breaths yet. What we actually have right now is this breath, this moment. So really bring your awareness to the chair that you're sitting in, your feet on the carpeting, even your hands resting on your lap. And anywhere you're carrying any tension of the day, just relax those muscles. You can unclench the jaw, you can let the eyelids become relaxed, you can even drop the shoulders a bit. And really take a moment to enjoy the serenity of the present moment. And as you breathe in and breathe out, in this present moment, you have a unique ability, that ability to access your open mind, that creative potential, that part of you that's able to seize any opportunity and accomplish really great things. And I know it feels awesome to just become aware of that. You see, kind of like the breath, which we don't usually pay attention to, it's just something we do. We often don't pay attention to those unique qualities of creativity, of accomplishment, of confidence, which are also always with you, just like the breath. And so as you become aware of those resource states that are valuable to you, simply expand your awareness and open your mind to the infinite possibilities that you have. Now, before we started, you wrote an affirmation that says, I'll go further in my new opportunity than in my last opportunity. I will go further in my new opportunity than in my last opportunity. Then I'm going to be silent for a moment. I'm going to give you some time to simply repeat that affirmation in your own mind. If you need to look at the note you wrote, it's perfectly okay to open the eyes and read that note to yourself, or to close the eyes and simply repeat that affirmation in your own mind over and over, recognizing that each word that you wrote is sourced from that wise self within. I'll go further in my new opportunity than in my past opportunity. And continue to tell yourself the truth, knowing that this is the truth predicated on the resources of your open mind. Now, Jerry, explore in your own mind right now. You're in that state of hypnosis or meditation where things are probably crystal clear to you right now. And explore those things, either known or unknown, keeping you from seizing the opportunity of the next breath. And simply release now or forevermore, either through your feet and into the core of the earth or up above to an infinite place. Anything either known or unknown keeping you from success. Exploring the unlimited potential of your confidence, creativity, and personal power. And a great way to ratify this experience is to simply repeat that affirmation. I will go further in my new opportunity than in my previous opportunity. I will go further in my new opportunity than in my previous opportunity. In this case, ratifying that change by repeating that affirmation. And notice something. As you repeat that affirmation now, it feels closer to your heart than it did even moments ago. It feels less like a task and more like a part of you. And so you can even congratulate yourself right now, because you've done a great thing by taking a couple of minutes to go through the simple power process of self-hypnosis, learning how to create suggestions for yourself and activate that unlimited potential, those resources within you. And now with the next breath, really pay attention to the breath. Notice what it's like to breathe it in and breathe it out. Notice that with the next breath, oxygen reaches every cell of the body. And let those breaths energize you for the rest of the day. Opening the eyes, stretching out any muscles that need to be stretched, feeling fantastic, having experienced and learned something new. Now, can I ask you a couple questions about that experience?
Sure, absolutely.
You just happened to come over when I was about ready to record this video for my class. When I said earlier, hey Jerry, would you be in my hypnosis video? What was your honest thought?
A little uneasy about it, a little skeptical, a little like, okay, well, I'm not sure I want to be on YouTube in a video, but okay.
I'm not going to put this on YouTube. This is actually my class.
Yeah.
But now that you've gone through learning a process of self-hypnosis,
Mm-hmm.
do you see it as something that really was just now valuable to you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I feel a little better. Not so jittery.
Sure.
I don't seem so nervous. I feel a little bit better about opportunities I'm going to look forward to doing in my future. I'm not so worried about closing out this other chapter of my life and moving on to something better. I think it's the right course of action for me. I was questioning whether or not I was doing the right thing, but
Sure.
I feel a lot better now that I think.
It's amazing how a 3-minute process can really bring that level of awareness.
Absolutely.
I think a lot of people think hypnosis is about decreasing our awareness. But you really seemed, the energy that I feel here, really aware during this process.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Sure.
I feel a lot better, a little more at ease.
Yeah, and if you practice this technique, POWER, it's easy to remember. Bring yourself to the present moment, open your mind, write an affirmation, and it's okay to open your eyes and read it, or if you remember it. Most people remember it after simply writing it. It seemed like you remembered it. And then explore those things that are known or unknown, keeping you from success, letting go of those things, and then ratifying it. The easiest way to do that is by repeating that affirmation. When you repeated that affirmation during the ratification process, did you notice that it was now really your affirmation, not just something you were doing as part of a demonstration?
Yeah, it really created some ownership for me.
Sure.
So I really felt the ownership of my affirmation.
Sure.
Like I really truly believe in it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Great. And for those of you who are viewing this video, again, this is really a powerful process. This is why the acronym is POWER. And so my encouragement to you is that you'll do exactly what Jerry did. Look at your own scenarios, your own needs, and apply this 5-step process, POWER, practicing this each and every day over the next couple of days and even the next couple of weeks. And you'll find that you're able to share this with clients in a very meaningful and powerful way, but you'll also be able to experience personal transformation yourself. Jerry, again, thank you. I really appreciate you helping me with this.
Not a problem at all. I'm going to take this with me if you don't mind.
No, absolutely.
That's fantastic.
In fact, what I tell people to do all the time is, stick it on your bathroom mirror, put it on your dashboard of your car, put it on your computer screen, wherever it is you're going to see it each and every day.
Exactly.
And step into that affirmation. So, thank you.
Exactly. You're very welcome.
Thank you for watching our video. Don't you think your friends and network would also love to see this amazing video? Go ahead and share it with them right now. Sharing is good. I'll see you next time.